She was able to get past that surface level, but she went deep, but she didn't have, like, she took the so what's out. And what I mean by that is she didn't say what age her daughter was. She didn't say what the weather was like. She took those so what's out, but she was able to keep compassion in it as well. And that's what I tell people all the time. It is worth mastering, because when you can master storytelling, millions follow. Who cares if it takes you 3 months or 3 years? What can you do in 3 years to become a self-made millionaire? It's worth learning. It is absolutely worth learning. And I think that's why some moms, it's easier, and dads, it's easier for them to do storytelling because they have kids and you got to share stories all the time, right? I mean, I want to give you another example that I want Melissa to share. I want you to think about this, you guys. You can be in a room, and I watched this yesterday, by the way. You can be in a room and everybody can kind of be small talking. But the very moment somebody starts sharing a story, the room quiets and everybody gathers around. When you can master that skill, you know how to do it. You've done storytelling in your life. Just have more confidence and belief in yourself and work on that. You master that and the money will follow, that's for sure. So you share your story. Like, why are you here?
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Michelle. Hi, everyone. My name's Melissa, and I'm from Australia, so we've come a long way too. I still can't quite believe I'm sitting in Wichita, Kansas.
And I just want to sit closer and soak up your accent. I love this.
So I've been in since October last year, so I sort of still a fairly new person to the community, and I guess I didn't know what I was looking for until I did. And so I had no attachment, and I'll share what was going on for me, but I had no attachment to what I was actually looking for. And I think that's how I actually found it, because I was open to what I was looking for. So bit of a background for me, I've had my own business for the last 11 years. So I've had a money coaching business, and I'm a speaker, and I'm sort of all in the financial wellness space, which I've absolutely loved. But I've also been on my own, raising 2 children for the last 13 years. So that ups and downs in my income has put me under extreme financial pressure, and caused me a lot of angst. And there's a big story behind that and stuff like that, and I can blame my ex-husband and blah 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 blah, but it's not about that. So it was having that ups and downs in my income. So I'd have amazing months, and then not so much amazing months. And so the thing is, for me, is if I didn't show up in my business, either as a coach or as a speaker, I didn't actually make any money. So so when it was good, it was good, and when it was bad, it was, it wasn't great. Because, raising 2 children and all that sort of stuff on my own. So there was that understanding, that I am trading time for money all the time. I've been, one-on-one coaching for 10 years. So I realized I was a bit burnt out as a coach. And these were all just little thought bubbles that were going around in my mind last October. And also, okay, well, if I could remove myself from my business, and generate a passive income stream that wasn't entirely dependent on me, what could that look like? What could that, and so these are all little things that I was putting out to the universe. And then there was a lady that I was following that I know on Facebook, and she kept putting these posts up about, as we all probably have seen, which is how we got into the program one way or another. And she'd been a coach, so she was very much speaking my language about, coaching being an outdated model and everything else like that, because it's all dependent on me. And so I sent her a message, and she piqued my interest and said, you piqued my interest. What are you doing? Because I can tell you, this is the last thing in the world I would have ever thought in a million years that I would have done. I've got someone that's been doing my social media, because I don't actually even want to do my own social media. So no tech skills, 54 years of age. What do you go and do? You go and buy a digital marketing program.
Done for you, digital marketing.
So please believe, if I can do it, anyone can do it. But it felt right. I went and watched Michelle's, went and watched the videos, went back and asked a couple of questions. And as I said, I didn't know what I was looking for until I found what I was looking for. So I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know, what it was going to be. But this is exactly what I was looking for. And which is why, even early days, I've got one client, I've only had one client, she joined the mastermind. So I'm, very, very new of generating income. I'm still running my other business and stuff like that, but I'm wanting to get to the point where I can close down that side of it and actually just do this full time. Yeah. So that's my goal.
And use these skills to build those
and exactly. And I want to, and the reason why I'm here is to understand this ecosystem that I want to build, use my coaching skills for the pocket coaching, build a community, legacy builders, and just actually really understand how that all fits together. And I want to build the foundations for that and actually, grow it all together. So that's the reason why I've come here, and obviously just to hang out with Michelle and Mike.
Leave that legacy. That's what she wants to do. Build that legacy. Yes.
Yeah.
So Celine, share your story.
Oh, my story is definitely different. So, yes, my name is Celine. I'm originally from California, and I moved out to Arizona to be with my parents. And during that time, I was remoting for a very good friend of mine who I worked at a paver company with him. And I knew he was going to be closing it down. So I thought, oh, I need to start learning how to do some automations and things like that. I wanted to learn how to get online. So I was on TikTok like everybody does, just looking for a way to earn some money. And I saw Michelle and I asked a couple questions, and I had never been on a live before. And she responded to me and said my name. And I was like, oh, wow, she's actually talking back to me. And she said, yeah, you can do automations. You can learn this and that with the program. So I didn't know how live works, so I thought I better buy this right away before I lose her and I don't know how to get her back. so
when you do lives and people do ask questions, say their name.
Yes.
Say their name.
She said my name, and I thought, oh, I just thought she was going to reply back in the comments, and she actually said my name and answered my questions, and I was like, oh my God, I don't want to lose her. So I just bought it. I'm like, I'm buying the program. I don't want to lose this gal. And it was in December, so I did it as a Christmas present for myself. And then I did not do anything with it for a little while. I just kind of left it, but I thought I didn't want to lose her. So then so by doing that, I had her name and I got into your email automation. So thank God. And so I just started following Michelle. And then one day she said, oh, I need to have an admin. And I was like, and that's going to be me. so I replied to her on an email, and, we got together, and I ended up becoming her admin. And then as I started being Michelle's admin, personal assistant, yes, personal assistant,
executive PA.
Yes, thank you. As I started doing that,
She's promoted
now.
She's my brain. She keeps me organized. Yes. She makes sure communication is there. Yes, couldn't do it without it.
It's been so good, and I just started seeing all this success with everybody in this amazing community, and I'm like, I have this program. I need to start doing it because these people are really doing it. So I started putting all the things to work, and I'm on all the calls, and I started implementing, and it came at a really good time because my husband had been laid off. And I think I said it in one of my pieces of content, but I didn't make enough to pay all the bills. We both, we had our responsibilities. So it was nice to know that now I have an extra stream of income that I am able to make extra money at. And it just kind of relieved that pressure of when, one person gets laid off and the other one's still working. It's like, I have another source of income now, which I did not have that before. It was just a job, and I was remoting for another person. And when he sold his business, I didn't have anything else. So I was like, oh my God.
So you had a plan B before you needed the plan B.
Yes. And that's what I tell everybody, you know what, have the plan B and start it early, because it's a lot. There's a lot to learn. And I needed to learn. I've been in sales my whole life, but never online. I never understood the whole attraction marketing and how to talk to your perfect customer. And with this program, I absolutely learned that. And I was able to help some people that were in my corporate world. They were like, what do you mean talk to the perfect customer? And I was able to teach them that and show them the program so that they were able to do that for their businesses. And it has just been an amazing ride for me, because I'm learning so much, and I didn't really think I could learn that much more because I was pretty good.
I was capped. I went into my years, now I'm capped.
I was thinking, oh, well, okay. At first I have to say too, I wasn't very coachable because I thought, no, I know this. how to do all this. And then I'm like, oh my God, this is all new. I do not know this. I need to shut up and be coachable.
Just listen.
Yeah, because I was not doing that. I was like, no, I know how to do that. And I really did not know how to do